That feeling that someone is thinking about you is not a message from them. It is your own brain running one of the oldest survival programs you have. That is not a disappointment. It is stranger than telepathy. You know the feeling. Out of nowhere, a name drops into your head. A face. A person you have not thought about in a while. And a quiet certainty settles over you. They are thinking about me right now. Sometimes minutes later, your phone lights up, and it is them. And it feels like proof. Proof that two minds reached across space and touched. But that is not what happened. What actually happened is a trick so convincing that humans have believed it was magic for thousands of years. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly where that feeling comes from and why it fools you every single time. Start with the most important thing your brain does that you never notice. It hides its mistakes. Think about how many times a day a random person pops into your head. Dozens, maybe hundreds. Friends, strangers, faces from years ago, all flickering through your mind. Almost every one of those thoughts leads to nothing. No call, no message, no sign at all. And your brain quietly forgets every single one of them. But every so often, by pure chance, you think of someone, and moments later they text you. And that one time detonates in your memory like a firework. You remember the hit. You forget the 10,000 misses. Picture it like a photographer who takes 10,000 photos and throws away every blurry one. At the end, they show you a perfect album and say, "Look how flawless my day was." That album is your memory. It is not lying to you on purpose. It is just quietly keeping the shots that fit the story. This is called confirmation bias, and it is running underneath everything you believe. Your brain does not keep an honest record. It keeps a highlight reel of the times it was right and quietly deletes the rest. So the feeling that you always know when someone is thinking about you is not a real pattern. It is your memory editing your life to make you look psychic. But confirmation bias is only half of it, because the feeling itself, that specific sense of being thought about, comes from somewhere even deeper. To understand it, you have to meet the strangest security system in your brain. For hundreds of thousands of years, your survival depended on one question above almost all others. Is something watching me? A predator in the grass. A rival in the dark. A threat you could not see but needed to sense. So your brain evolved a system that is wildly, deliberately oversensitive. A cognitive scientist named Justin Barrett described this as a hyperactive agency detection device. In plain terms, your brain is built to assume that a mind is behind things, even when there is nothing there. It would rather scare you 100 times for no reason than miss the one time a real threat was watching. This is why a shadow can feel alive, why an empty house can feel occupied, and why, when a person crosses your mind, your brain can flip that switch and whisper, "Someone is focused on you right now." It is not detecting a real signal. It is doing what it was built to do, assuming a mind is there, just in case. And think about why that made sense. For your ancestors, the cost of being wrong in each direction was wildly unequal. Feel watched when nothing is there, and you waste a little energy being nervous. Fail to feel watched when a predator really is there, and you die? So evolution did the math and set the dial to paranoid. The descendants of the calm ones did not survive. You are the descendant of the ones who always felt watched. That constant, nervous vigilance is the reason they lived long enough to become you. And it has never once switched off. If this is starting to make your own thoughts feel a little less private, good. Subscribe and stay with it. New video every single day. Your instincts are finally getting explained. Now here is a piece of this that is almost embarrassing when you see it clearly. You believe other people think about you far more than they actually do. A psychologist named Thomas Gilovich spent years studying this, and he gave it a name: the spotlight effect. He found that people constantly overestimate how much others notice them, watch them, and think about them. You feel like you are standing under a spotlight, with everyone's attention pointed your way. But the truth is that everyone else is standing under their own spotlight, worrying about themselves. Your brain places you at the center of everyone's world, because you are the center of your own. So when you wonder if someone is thinking about you, your brain does not calculate the real odds. It assumes you are on their mind, because you are always on yours. The feeling of being thought about is partly just the echo of how much you think about yourself. Think of a time you walked into a room certain that everyone noticed something about you. A stain on your shirt, a bad haircut, a clumsy entrance. The truth is almost no one noticed, and the few who did forgot within seconds. You were the star of a show that nobody else was really watching. Now apply that to being thought about. You feel certain you are on their mind, but you may just be, once again, at the center of your own. Now layer these three forces together, and the illusion becomes almost unbreakable. Your agency detector fires and says a mind is focused on you. Your spotlight effect agrees, because of course they are thinking of you. And your confirmation bias saves every hit and erases every miss. Three separate glitches, all pointing at the same conclusion, all at once. No wonder it feels like magic. Your entire brain is conspiring to sell you the same story. How could you not believe it? But there is one more twist, and this one is not a glitch at all. Sometimes you really do make it happen. The moment you feel someone is thinking about you, what do? You reach out. You text them. You check their profile. You bring them back into your life. And now they are thinking about you because you just put yourself in front of them. The prophecy did not come true on its own. You quietly made it come true. Your feeling did not predict the connection. It created it. And it quietly works in the other direction too. The person who feels unwanted pulls back, goes quiet, stops reaching out. And slowly the connection they were afraid of losing begins to fade, exactly the way they feared it would. Your beliefs about who is thinking of you do not just read your relationships. They shape them. And sometimes there is an even simpler reason two people think of each other at the very same moment. You share a world. The same song plays on the radio. The same date arrives on the calendar. The same mutual friend mentions their name to both of you. The same trigger quietly fires in two minds at once, and it feels like a private thread connecting you, when really, you were both just nudged by the exact same thing. And there is a deeper version of this that runs in real time, face to face. Your brain is extraordinary at detecting when someone is looking at you. A vision scientist named Colin Clifford studied how the brain judges where another person is looking, and he found that humans are finely tuned to notice eyes pointed in their direction, even at the very edge of vision. And here's the catch. That system, too, is biased toward yes. When you cannot quite tell, your brain guesses that you are being looked at, rather than that you are not. You can feel this in a crowd. A faint pressure on the side of your face. You turn, and someone looks away, and it feels like you caught them staring. But often, they were never looking at you at all. Your oversensitive detector simply guessed that they were, and served that guess up to you as a certainty. So a stranger glances near you, your gaze detector fires, and suddenly you feel watched, thought about, noticed. Once again, your brain chose the spooky answer over the boring one, because for your ancestors, the spooky answer was safer. So step back and see the whole machine at work. You are not receiving signals from other minds. You are running an ancient threat detector that assumes attention everywhere, a spotlight effect that puts you at the center, and a memory that only saves the hits. And when all of that fires at once, it produces a feeling so vivid and so specific that it feels like it must be coming from outside you. But it is coming from inside. Every time. And here is the part that keeps this illusion alive, no matter how much science you learn. You want it to be true. The idea that someone is thinking of you, that you are held in another mind even when you are alone, is deeply comforting. It quietly fights off the loneliest fear there is, that no one is thinking of you at all. So your brain offers you the feeling, and you gratefully accept it, without ever once asking for proof. Can you blame yourself for that? So here's where this leaves you. The next time that quiet certainty arrives, that someone somewhere is thinking of you, notice it, but do not trust it as proof. That feeling is real. What it seems to prove is not. It is not a message crossing the void between two minds. It is 100,000 years of survival wiring, doing exactly what it was designed to do, keeping you alert to a world that might be watching. You were never picking up on other people's thoughts. You were listening to the oldest, most protective part of your own mind, and mistaking it for someone else. And there is something almost beautiful hidden in that. The presence you felt was never a stranger reaching in. It was you, quietly keeping watch, exactly the way your ancestors always did. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. A new video goes up on this channel every single day. It would mean everything to have you here.